Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. You wouldn't believe it, it's been 8 months, but we're doing another Opus video. And hopefully some of my Opus subscribers are still here. Today's a quick one, as I'm running low on time. So it's just going to be a real sneaky little video for you guys on servicing your stabilizer legs. It's real easy, but obviously as I haven't been camping in this in 8 months, it's just been sat under my cover. My stabilizer legs are feeling rather stiff. So I'm just freeing them up before we do our little weekend getaway. There will also later on be videos on replacing my door seals with thicker ones so that it stops bloody letting water and dust in, running a new charger cable or new 6BS cable from the front all the way back to my charger, as currently the original setup has 140 ohms resistance through it, and generic handbrake and brake adjustment, as well as all the grease points. So that's all coming up. And my kayak, I need to make a mount for my kayak to sit on the Opus, as well as a way of loading and unloading it. So all those are to come with the Opus. So don't worry, it's not just going to be Land Rover videos again, as well as I am now doing a fair bit of work from home. So I'm doing Caravan servicing and four-wheel drive servicing and repairs as well. So if any of you live south of Perth, maybe get in touch with me if you can't get in somewhere, because more than happy to try and help out where I can. And because I'm doing it out of my shed, I'm a fair bit cheaper than a shop. So first things first, we've got two black dust covers just here. Really straightforward to pop off. All you need is like a flat blade screwdriver or a tiny lever bar. I like the small lever bar because you can get up underneath it, and you just want to pop the cap off. Now when you pop this off, you're going to have two V's. One V faces outwards towards the adjuster where you lower and raise it from, the other one faces downwards, so in line with these two gear cogs here. As you can see, there's a bit of dust and crap in there, so all I'm going to do is pop the other cap out, because there's one on the other side as well. Give this a good clean out and put some fresh grease in. Alright, so now all the grease is out. You can, if you want to, just pump the grease in bit by bit. Fill it up, turn it, fill it up, turn it. Which is basically how I do it. Or if you got someone with you, it's a lot quicker and easier if one of you turns the handle and rotates the gear as the other person pumps the grease. Sweet, so that's on all the gears now. Now, I don't really want to leave it on the shaft as well. Obviously when it gets hot, grease sort of turns into like a liquid, so it'll run down the stabilizer legs. So all I'd like to do is just smear it so that it gets on all the gears. And then I get the rest off of the shafts and all that crap, just so that there's enough there to keep going. And I just do this before most trips because it only takes a couple of minutes. Sort of my pre-trip check. Once again, to get these caps on. So this is this front cap looking the wrong way. So you got this one here faces outwards, so towards the outside. This one faces downwards. We'll do the same on the other side. Now, if you're like me and you've left your trailer sitting for a while, I do recommend winding it all the way out. And then what you'll see is like a build up of a little bit of corrosion and oxidization. So all I do is I get a wire wheel and I just polish all that off so it slides in nicely. So if you probably don't have a wire wheel or anything like that, or if you've got basic tools, just wire brush helps a lot. Alright, so the reasoning for polishing all the oxidization and stuff off is because the rougher this surface is, the more interference or the more resistance you get as it goes through this. So the rougher this is, the harder it is to wind up. Obviously greasing your cogs and all that does help a lot, because that's where the main mechanical force is applied. But you still need this to slide in and out, and while this is down on the floor and all that, obviously there'll be a tiny bit of weight on it from the camper trailer. It's going to be pressing up against one side of the surface, so the smoother you get this, the better off you'll be. I don't have any dry lube, otherwise I'd be spraying like a dry lube over this. You don't use CRC or anything that's wet, because all that'll do is attract sand and dust and all that crap. But if you've got a dry lube that dries and lubricates that way, then that works mint on these. I don't have any anymore, so not doing that. The other important thing to note, guys, is drills are fine, rattle guns are not. Don't use a rattle gun, don't use an impact driver. This ratchet's fine, and same with a drill. But if you use an impact driver with an anvil or whatever, then it puts more load on these mechanisms and wears them out quicker, so don't do that. But that's it for today. As I said, guys, it's going to be plenty coming. I need to work out a way of this kayak being mounted to the trailer without crushing my solar panel. I'm doing my wheel bearings and brake adjustment, and then I'm tinkering with the electric system again because it's not charging properly, as well as I'm still getting water and dust in through this door here. So this is the only spot now which is a trouble child. Everything else seems to be hassle free. So fingers crossed, once I've put some thicker seals on that I'll have no more dramas. But stay tuned, and once again, if any of you Opus people have actually hung around, sorry it's been so long. Obviously the Land Rover's consumed my life, so I'll catch you on the next one.